Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, we're going to take a look at Jody from Northern Ireland build. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so this will be the first video in a series with the new case study of my customer Jody from Northern Ireland. Now, as you will have seen on the video title, Jody's project I've very much nicknamed When Miami Meets Northern Ireland because it is absolutely crazy. It's by far the craziest project that I've worked on to date. So let's go ahead and take a look why I think it is a crazy project. So Jody got in touch with me a couple of months back, and initially the scope of work was to design the hot tub that he wanted to have next to his pool. But that kind of very quickly progressed into me designing the plumbing layout for the pool as well. So what Jody's going to do, as you can see behind me, is create a Miami style pool at his place in Northern Ireland. When he sent me through the render that you can see behind me, I didn't do this. This was from a third party that he was using to brainstorm ideas with. I said, Jody, you are absolutely crazy. And he said, why do you think that? I said, well, you know, the style of this is much more suited to, the climates of Miami, of Florida, of Texas, all of these, beautiful hot places, not for Northern Ireland, but for Jody, he's got a huge can-do attitude, which is absolutely fantastic. So for him, this is what he wanted. This is what he's going to get. So design the hot tub. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep it separate from the actual pool. Now, if you've looked at any of my blog posts or my videos, you know that I do like to keep the water separate between the hot tub and the pool. So that's what we're going to do for Jody. However, what we are going to do is share the air source heat pump. So I've designed a plumbing system for him that allows him to switch the heat between the pool and the hot tub. So he'll have the benefit of the air source heat pump, and he can use that on both pool and hot tub, which is pretty cool. So why did I think this idea was crazy? Well, really it's down to the design, the fact that there's an area for sun loungers in the pool. For those of you that don't know Northern Ireland is a beautiful country. It's full of countryside, it's very rural. As soon as you leave the cities, you just have wonderful landscapes, beautiful scenery, but you don't have 70-degree weather all year round, and you don't have countless hours of sun. So this was really why I thought Jody's project was absolutely crazy. And when he asked me, do you think that I'm crazy? I said, absolutely. However, his answer was, well, if it's not quite right, I'll just create it inside. So what he's actually planning is that if the weather doesn't quite work out for him, he's just going to cover the whole thing and make the whole thing indoor. So Jody's attitude is very much can do, as you can probably tell straight away, and absolutely love that about this project. So with the design done, next stage was for Jody to start breaking ground. And you can see some of the video and the pictures behind me. There's a huge amount of earth that needs to be removed when you dig out a pool. So be mindful of that. You've got to dispose of it somewhere. So you can see that huge pile next to the digger there. So there's quite a lot of earth that's going to come out. One of the things that Jody was really mindful about was the actual cost. And he'd gone out to some pool builders and they'd come back with some what I call cricket scores. And these were prices that were well over £100,000, which is about $140,000 at the moment for this combination, which is a huge amount of money, and it's way too much. Jody knew that he could do it cheaper, and in his search, that was how he found me. That was how we started talking, how I've designed it for him. So I've actually designed it, I've supplied him all the parts that he needs, but he's now got to put all of that together. So how's he going to create the actual pool? Well, this bit is probably the best bit I've heard from Jody so far, and it really does pay testament to his can-do attitude. So rather than contacting concrete specialists saying that he wanted to build a pool, because he's in Northern Ireland in quite a rural area, it's quite normal for water tanks to be built on farms and properties alike. So he contacted water tank builders and asked them for quotations that just happened to be for the size that he wants to build his pool. So a water tank without the plumbing is no different from a pool without the plumbing. So he's approached it from the fact that, well, you're going to build me a water tank, but I'm going to tell you where to put the plumbing in the walls before you pour the concrete. And he's got himself a really cost-effective way of having a poured concrete form for his pool, but without paying that swimming pool tax. So the swimming pool tax, if you've read the blog or watched the YouTube channel, it's the term that I use for when something to do with swimming pool automatically costs 30% more just because it's got swimming pool in the title. So by Jody going out and getting that quote for a water tank, he's actually saved himself a huge amount of money because he got it in writing. And the fact that he turned around to the guys and said, well, before you pour it, I'm going to put some plumbing in there. He's saved himself a fortune on that construction method. So well done there, Jody. As you can see behind me, he's actually sent me some drone footage of the site, and you can see that they've put the footings in ready. The next step for the guys is going to be to put in the shuttering or the forms, ready to then place the plumbing returns, so the drains, the skimmers, the inlets into those walls, and then he'll actually pour those walls. He's going to wait a few days and then he's going to pour the base. So he's not going to do this as a mono pour. He's actually going to do it in 2 stages. So hopefully on the next video, we'll catch up with him and see just how he's getting on with that shuttering. And hopefully we'll see a formed wall and a floor in there as well. Hope you found this video useful. Please do subscribe to the channel. It just gives me lots of impetus to keep this going. Thanks again for the watch. As always, if you've got any questions, hit me up in the comments below. Always happy to hear about your crazy builds and how I can help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.